A lot can happen in 12 weeks, but AEW Dynamite getting 800,000 or above isn't one of them. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It was Beach Break, and for the 12th consecutive week, AEW Dynamite failed to break the 800,000 mark, and they haven't done it since showing the CM Punk stuff from All Out. At the time they done that, they got a small spike. Since then, they've been getting small ratings like Spike Dudley. It's not worked out. I don't know if it's going to work out. This week was 688,000. I mean, you're looking at it thinking, as shit as it is, it's kind of like the new norm. Had AEW Dynamite got this at the start of the year, Tony Khan would have been panicking. Half of me thinks now that Tony Khan sees 688 and he's probably a little bit relieved that it wasn't a lot lower. So, yeah, AEW Dynamite, I mean, the ratings are so bad now that bad ratings like this actually kind of seem good.
Yeah, he's praying to the little baby Jesus, but you can thrust, you can cry, Danny Garcia, but the ratings are all going high, baby. They're not
You can thrust, you can cry, but the ratings don't lie. This show is pants, and it was Beach Break. This was a pretty big, hyped up show. You know, they did have that big international title match on it. You have the big Mercedes Moné 2-belt celebration with Britt Baker returning. I didn't see the show. You did. I think it's fair to say though that it was Tony Khan was promoting this as a must-watch Dynamite. You know, it wasn't just an average weekly edition of Dynamite. It was Beach Break. You know, it was a show that was being pumped up to be something in the end that it probably wasn't. It was a disappointment, but it wasn't being touted that way. Tony Khan was promoting it as a big show.
Beach Break, bitch please. A lot of marks out there in the YWC rating this show the best of the year. Well, I gave it a 2 out of 10. I don't hide away from it. I don't think it was. I don't think it was anywhere near the best show of the year. I mean, not that Dynamite's blessed with good shows, right? But
I'm pretty sure I gave a Dynamite like a 5 out of 10.
Why you did?
A few months ago, so I'm refusing to believe that this was the best show.
But let's just look at it, right? Jeff Jarrett is jobbed out in the Owen Hart tournament. Makes no fucking sense. He's against Hangman Adam Page, but they control the draw. There was no reason for him to be against him.
Look, Owen Hart's dead.
Yep.
Owen Hart's wife is alive.
Yep.
Owen Hart's wife knows that Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart were friends. Why can't Owen Hart get the win? I mean, why can't Jeff Jarrett get the win, Double J? Would it really be the end of the world? Oh, he's 50 odds. He can't beat Adam Page. Adam Page is a bum. Why can't Jeff Jarrett win? Like all the shit this company does, but a Jeff Jarrett win is somehow beyond them.
No, again,
if they want to virtue signal and it's not, Brody Lee dies and everybody in the Dark Order can get a push. Brody Lee's son can come out and Brody Lee's got trainers and Brody Lee's son can get all this TV time. Oh, -1. That's a lot of the Dynamite ratings we've dished out, by the way. But yeah, -1 can come out and get all this airtime. But Jeff Jarrett, can he pick up a first round win in the fucking Owen Hart Foundation tournament? Why not?
Yeah, why not? It's not what fucking tell me why not.
No, seriously, actually, why not?
I don't know why.
You noticed when Eddie Guerrero died? I mean, people talk about the big bad WWE. McMahon had bloody Chavo Guerrero. Who did he go over? Was it not Triple H, or am I smoking shit? Chavo no beat Triple H.
I think it was Ray, was it not?
Nah, I think Chavo beat Triple H.
Kerwin fucking White beat Triple H.
I think he did, aye. I think Chavo Guerrero beat Triple H in the Eddie Guerrero Memorial Show.
I'm not convinced. I need to look into that.
And I think Rey Mysterio beat Shawn Michaels.
Well, that's acceptable.
Or was it Benoit that beat Triple H? Nah, I'm going with Chavo.
Anyway, let's talk about shite wrestling. No good
Chavo
wrestling.
beat Triple H with a frog splash. I would bet money on it.
Clean.
Aye, I think he did.
Nah.
Chavo beat somebody, right? Chavo definitely won.
There's a difference between Triple H and somebody.
Maybe even JBL or something, or William Regal, but still, it was a win. It was a win for Chavo. I just don't understand why Jeff couldn't get the win here. But anyway, it wasn't a win for Dynamite. Let's look at the rating. This week, they got 688,000, and in the key demo, they got a 0.23. So in the viewership, this is up 1% from last week's 680,000, and in the key demo, it's actually up 5% from last week's 0.22. So the ratings are up for last week, and if you look at them over the past 4 weeks, the rating's actually up 4%. So over the past 4 weeks, Dynamite is averaging 663,000. So it's up, 25,000 on that. And then the key demo over the last 4 weeks, they're averaging 0.22. So it's up on that. So that goes to prove our point. As bad as this rating is, because Dynamite's been doing so poor lately, this is actually up.
Yeah, so Tony Khan can go to bed a wee bit easier. No,
but this rating actually looks good just because how bad the previous ratings are. Could you imagine at the start of the year, turn around saying, 688,000 will actually be pretty good?
Yeah, no, you'd be laughed
for a show that was hyped up.
Yeah.
Beach break.
But what else happened on this show? Well, Pac and Daniel Bryan had a qualified match. I mean, I said this during the review, right? At least you can get a wrestling match out of those two. See the main event with Garcia and Ospreay? That's gymnastics. I don't care what anybody says. Fake as fuck.
You know what? As much as I've never really liked Bryan Danielson, I always thought Triple H was right in calling him a B-plus player, I will say I think Bryan Danielson's a wrestler. He's someone that can wrestle. I might not necessarily like his style, but I'm not going to sit and say the guy can't wrestle or he's a shit wrestler. I think Bryan Danielson's a great wrestler. I just personally don't really like the style that he uses. But
the American Dragon.
He wrestles a believable style. What Bryan Danielson does is legit wrestling, whether I like the style or not. What you get from Ospreay and all these this fucking gym flip-flopping and flying, man, it's pish.
No, it's
not wrestling.
Britt Baker cut a monotone promo. Then it got good when Mercedes Moné came out. So, how can you have an awful first half of promo, but then
wait, was it not the other way about? Was it not Mercedes Moné cutting the promo? And
no, Britt Baker cut the promo.
Alright, fair enough. You sure know how to make a girl feel like Britt Baker in Pittsburgh. CM Punk, what was he doing trying to put her over?
So no, the way Shivani was fucking getting on here with Britt Baker.
Oh, he has a Britt mark.
No, why? No, fucking explain.
Do you think Britt's going to take one of those two belts from Mercedes Moné?
I don't really care, to be honest. You know, she said there's a line, then Britt looked over her shoulder and went, "Where's the line, bitch?" Because there was no one behind her. Thought it was alright.
The line was that
line starts behind me.
The line was that white stuff that Tony Khan was snorting up his nose. Aye. That's why you can't see it, because he's already inhaled it and consumed it.
Yeah, but Danny Garcia crying like a little bitch at the end of the show because he and thrusting and crying because he lost a match against fucking Will Ospreay.
What was he doing actually? Like literally bumping his groin into Will Ospreay's head.
No.
It's a big gay bruv.
No real fucking men want to watch a guy A, thrust into another man, and B, cry his eyes out because he lost to the international champion.
I can't think of one legit star that cried when it wasn't acceptable to cry, and even then it's very rare someone cried, but there's very few people I think that have been able to cry and get away with it.
Yeah, like if there's an actual fucking death, right? Like a real death.
Well, let that go, but I'm on about...
No, that's what I'm saying though. There's a real death, like a retirement of like.
See when Shawn Michaels won the belt, and you've got McMahon, the boyhood dream has come true. And he's I think that adds to this. No, that adds to the visual. But
I think there's
to the moment.
I think they're showing emotion and then crying like a little bitch, and I think Daniel Garcia cried.
I think when Ric Flair's career's come to an end, and he's standing up, ready to eat a sweet chin music, and he's crying his eyes out. You know, I love you, Rick. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rick.
See, that was current, Shawnee. The fucking super kicked the ref. Flair would still be going.
I mean, I can accept that, you know, like I can stuff like that where crying's all right, like, but Daniel Garcia's crying because he didn't win some worthless mid-card title.
Cry me a river.
Sorry to break it to you, Garcia. You're worthless. No offense. As a professional wrestler, you fucking... I remember they had this... Remember that storyline where it was like Bryan dying? Too much...
Brian's
dying talk in this video. Bryan Danielson was saying that, you know, Daniel Garcia, you're a professional, you're a pro wrestler. And then you'd Chris Jericho saying to him, no, you're a sports entertainer. He's fucking neither. How about that?
He's just a bum.
He's definitely not a sports entertainer. This guy... And I said that he's on the same level as Wheeler Yuta, and someone didn't like it. And you know what? Maybe that was a wee bit harsh on Daniel Garcia, but he's not much better than him.
No, they're both fucking shite.
I mean, Wheeler Yuta is... You talk about charisma vacuums.
Talk about Make-A-Wish.
I mean, well, I just don't think Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta should be employed in wrestling.
No.
Never mind.
They should be wheeled out of there.
Never mind the second biggest company in the world. And what kind of money are these guys making? You know, think of actual legends, right? That just worked back in the day and maybe never made it to the top of the card, but like in this era could have been like main event stars and probably didn't make great money. And you've got these guys that are just stealing a good living out of Tony Khan's.
They're so far behind in the race. They think they're in front. They're fucking jobbers.
That's not a good position to be.
No, it's not.
See, when you're so far behind the guy in front, you don't even see he's in the race. That's bad.
Well, let's talk about the clips. Let's see who's in front of who. Because I'm sick of talking.
Although, I mean, you could argue that these guys are close to getting overlapped. That's why they think they're in front.
Nobody know.
How many times have they been overlapped?
Did they get off the grid? Start your engines.
Anyway, right, let's get into the YouTube views here. So, in first place, 350,000 views. Britt Baker, DMD, comes face to face with the double champion Mercedes Moné. 350,000. Second place, 333,000. Garcia gets his international title shot against Ospreay, and MJF shows his true colours. I'm going to assume that that's for MJF, really, and not the Garcia Ospreay match. Third place, exclusive post footage of MJF's brutal attack on Daniel Garcia, 251,000. Then you got a pretty big drop off, the Blood and Guts. Fourth place, 148,000. Who will face the Elite? Fifth place, 141,000. Bryan Danielson versus Pac. Sixth place, did Jeff Jarrett advance versus a returning Hangman Adam Page, 141,000. No, he didn't. He should have, but he didn't. Seventh place, 114,000. Samoa Joe, Hook, Shibata makes waves in the trios division at Beach Break. And then in 8th place, 77,000. Owen Hart, Torney, women's semi-final, Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander. Who won that?
Willow Nightingale.
You didn't sound too convincing there.
No, it was Willow Nightingale because Stokely Hathaway got involved and Nightingale still won.
You know what? For me, why can't Jeff Jarrett win this?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, see everyone that was on this Dynamite, how many of them actually met Owen Hart? How many of them were alive when Owen Hart died?
No, but let's just... Jeff Jarrett doesn't have many years left, right? He's never been my favourite. I've never viewed him as like a top star.
Well, this guy in this company is.
Oh no, in this company
he should be.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, the guy's not a Sting, right? He's not a Ric Flair, but for me, a Jeff Jarrett in terms of like name value, it is on par with like a Booker T. Even though I prefer Booker T, they're guys that have held championships across the board, but they're not quite that next level.
I would say due to Booker T's longevity running WWE, he's the next tier up on Jeff Jarrett. I would have to say.
But Jeff Jarrett was writing himself to win titles every week in TNA.
Well, can he not go back to TNA? Why doesn't he go back to TNA and create his own Owen Hart tournament and win
because
that?
The last time he was in TNA, the Global Force Network.
Damn near killed it.
Aye.
Jeff Jarrett nearly put the final nail in the coffin at TNA.
After 3 days, you nearly wiped them off. Anyway, right, let's wipe this video off like a big pile of shite on an arse.
688,000, guys. It's not a good rating, but as bad as it is, it's probably a win for Tony Khan.
Beach Break breaks even.